Okay, so I have my templates here in front of me. I have my A template and my B template. And I have 8 copies of each of those because we're going to make 8 blocks. And this time, I know this is very messy, guys, but this time I'm going to do this here, which is I'm going to make 4 of those blocks, and then I'm going to make 4 of these blocks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to write on my A's and my B's what fabric is going where. Okay, so I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 B's. I'll put those aside. And 1, 2, 3, 4 A's. I'm gonna put those aside. Okay. So I'm gonna do the top one first. And let's see. Okay, so my A is going to be, or A1, I should say, to make that clear. A1 is Seafoam. And again, these are all thatched fabrics. Okay. A2 is Early Dawn. A3 is Primrose. And A4 is Plum. Now over to B4. This is Early Dawn. My pen's running out of ink. Let's see if I can get through this. Okay, B3 is Primrose. B2 is Plum. And B1 is Fuchsia. Okay, so this is the first set of 4 that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to set those aside for just a minute. And now I'm going to lay out my A and B here. And now I'm doing this one here. On this one, A1 is Buttercup. A2 is Meadow. A3 is Spring. A4 is Ocean. Up here at B4, this is Maize. M-A-I-Z-E. B3 is Buttercup. B2 is Meadow. And B1 is Spring. Okay, so I'm going to set my cheat sheet aside. I almost lost that one time. That would not have been good. Just because I know it's messy, but I know what's going on. You know what I mean? Okay, so now I am going to take this set. And I'll just do this set first. So I am going to... I think I'm going to do my A first. I usually start with A first, so let's do that. So A1 is a Buttercup kite. So let me grab my Buttercup kites, and I have those here. and 2 is going to be done at the same time, really. So A2 is a meadow triangle, and so that is this guy right here. So I'm going to set those there, and we're going to get started. We're going to go ahead and put all of these together first. And let's see, I'm going to put just a bit of glue so that I can hold this first one down. And like I always say, I do this because it's a larger piece, and I just find it harder to control the larger pieces, which is why I really love tiny piecing. Okay, so this is the first one, so I want the right side to be down. Just going to set that on there. And then I'm going to hold A2 to the top, and I'm going to grab one of these guys, and I'm just going to make sure it's at least a 1/4 inch above the line, and I want the same amount of fabric to be sticking out on either side, because then you know it's centered right on there. And I already have my stitch length set to 1.2 because I've been FPPing all day. Yay! And you know, it's funny because I was doing the chain piecing, and I started just, well, kind of not liking it too much because of, sorry about that little bing, guys. In fact, let me turn off my sound. Okay. Until I realized, because I think that what I was doing at one point, and I was trying to kind of turn off so that I wouldn't have to like sew all the way across, but honestly, that's the better thing to do, because I started running into problems where I had stitches going across and I needed to fold the fabric down, and it was not folding down because of the way that I had stitched. So I'm going to be learning from that here. Alright, so I'm going to put my next kite down. Okay, and I just kind of pull it a little bit so I can have some space between. It's a preference. You can do it however you like. Okay, and the third one. Do 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 do. What do you guys do whenever you're quilting? Like, do you like for it to be completely silent while you're sewing, or Do you like to watch TV, watch movies, listen to music, listen to books? What do you like to do? I definitely like to listen to something. For me, it's usually either a book or a podcast. That's what I do. So I have to admit, like, whenever you guys are watching big or longer periods of time where I am sewing and I'm playing some music and maybe I speed up the sewing or whatever, usually during that time, I'm going to press this real quick. Usually during that time, I am listening to a book or something, and then I just pull that sound out so that y'all don't hear it, and then replace it with the music that you hear. So that's what I'm typically doing whenever I'm sewing, and you guys are watching me just sew big, chain sewing and stuff like that. That's typically what I'm doing. I just love true crime podcasts. I especially like Crime Junkie. I'm a crime junkie. And in fact, I'm a Patreon for Crime Junkie. And I'm going to be going and seeing one of her tour. It's Ashley Flowers. I'm going to see her in Indianapolis. And I can't wait. I'm really excited. I think that she's actually doing something for the deck for the tour, which is a different show that she does, but it's still true crime. It's basically like the most wanted list. Oops. I think I waited too long to put the glue down. That's my bad. Or to put the piece of fabric on the glue. That's what I meant. Okay, let's see here. I also like to listen to Truth and Justice. I am Patreon there as well. And then I listen to a lot of other ones that I just listen regular, not Patreon or anything like that. So I'd love to hear what you guys do. Okay. And I'm pretty much a neat freak with everything, which is why I really spend a lot of time cleaning up my threads. It's just that's a me thing. Especially with FPP, I just think it's easier to work with everything if it's stays nice and neat. But you do you. Okay. So now, move those over for a minute. And I'm going to do my trimming. I definitely think it's time, or pretty close to time here, to change my blade. I have no problem with changing my blade, my sewing machine needle, any of that. I just never think of it. I don't know why. It's like I think that it's going to just keep going and going and going. Like the Energizer Bunny or something. Okay. I like to clean up all the little squigglies too in between. I don't know why. I'm crazy. Do you guys clean like this? Do you guys like... I don't know. I'm really crazy like that. I like everything to look neat and clean. I'm saying that, but don't look at the rest of my desk. Okay, so now I'm going to press. Ooh, see, I got some teeth and alls in there. I have to say, when I'm on camera and recording sewing like this, sometimes the hardest part is trying to fill the space. And so that's a lot of the reason why I tend to take the sound out and put all of my sewing to music, because I don't, it's like when I'm sewing, I don't, it's one thing if I'm on a live stream, that, it's like I go into that knowing that I'm going to need to fill a lot of the space, not every single moment, because thankfully most of the people who come to my lives are really good friends, and they will talk amongst themselves. And I do talk, but it makes it a little bit easier that way. But sometimes this can be a little, well, there's Jellybean. He's gonna help me. Hi, JB. Hi, baby. What you doing? Oh, hello. Sorry about that. So anyway, I am going to take a little break for right now and go have dinner with my hubby and come back, and I will record myself making the rest of these blocks, or this half of the block, and then I will come back on when I'm going to start making the second round with B, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I just thought I would take a little break here and show you the two sets. Are you guys like me where it's like you're picking every little thing off as you go? So these are my two sets of A pieces. Okay, so I've got those ready, and now I'm going to start on the B sections and set those over there, keep them safe. And now I've got the two sections of B's that I'm going to be putting together. And yeah, so I just wanted to kind of do a little stopping point right now so I could show you where I was with A. Tell you that I'm going to start sewing the B's right now, and then once I get done with that, I will come back and we are going to put the sections together. So we're almost done. We're like halfway, more than halfway, because I mean we had all the fabric to cut and everything else. So little more than halfway through, and I'll be back whenever I'm done with the B's sections. scooch. Hey y'all. Okay, so I am back with the finished blocks for this week. And so I have 4 of these. Okay, and I have 4 of these. So I will put these up on my design wall and get ready for next week's blocks. Let me see, I'm looking at this. We've got that one done and that one done. Yep. Okay, so it looks like after this we have 1 set of 8. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 4. So it looks like that's like another 3 weeks of sewing, and then we'll be putting the entire quilt together. So, listen, I am so excited to be making this quilt. I think it's coming out great. I'm loving the thatched fabric. I'm loving the pattern. It comes together so quickly. You know, just because on each piece of, or each template, there's only 4 pieces to sew on, and then you've got, then you just sew the 2 pieces together and boom, you're done. So it comes together pretty quickly, and I'm very happy with it. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell so you know every time I have a new video. Bye guys. Mwah.